Good evening, good night, good morning, whatever time zone you're in. You're tuning in to the Chit Chat Chew Show with your co-host Uno and
I gotta back up, yo.
what the? I'm mad you look like that. Ooh, you.
What's good around the world, yo? This is the
Yeah.
other co-host, Aisha, better known as Jade, and we are here another Monday. We're silly, we're tired, but we're gonna get through this 2 hour show that we have, and it's another awesome show. So we're gonna be inviting people in. Oh my god, your face is horrendous.
Oh shit. No.
We're gonna be inviting people in to tune in. If you haven't seen on our timeline, excuse me, our show tonight is going to be on our Facebook page, not the
group,
the page. So anybody can come in and see this, as well as you can like us as well. Don't just come in and watch us.
Like our page, please.
Like our page as well. So
it's not just being nosy.
Right. Like the Chit Chat Chew Show, LLC. It should just come up Chit Chat Chew Show. Like us tonight. Like us today, wherever you're at. So I hope everybody had an awesome weekend. Here in Atlanta, it was beautiful on Saturday.
Sunday was, but it was raining.
Right. And then eventually, later on throughout the day, the sun wanted to come out. So you can always chime in wherever you're at. Let us know how your weekend was. What did you do? Did you enjoy it? Did you go solo? Did you go with someone, your bestie, your mate, husband, wife, whatever, children, whoever? Chime in and let us know how your weekend went. Ours was good. Besides this little headache that I have that I can't stand, that I get from time to time for reasons I'm not going to go into, but yes, so I do have a headache.
And besides me trying to be in a good mood, get myself right for this show, trying to be in a different mindset, from the setbacks I had today with silly people. I won't go into details, but I'm tired as well, so I'm just getting through the day. So from what we just said, just bear with us and get the show rolling.
So tonight is going to be two topics about April Awareness Month, which the first one is distracted driving. A lot of times people drive, you get distracted, whether you're eating, food,
on the phone,
whether it's on a call or you're texting or
tending to your kid in the back seat.
Right, just whatever the various reasons are, it's distracting you from driving. And a lot of times, unfortunately, there's a lot of accidents.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be talking about that and maybe ways on how you can be better at it. I say just don't even text, or if you have to do all that, pull over to the side if you can.
And they do have a it's like a phone holder that you attach to your inside your vehicle. So if you can't afford to pull over, please afford yourself to buy you one of those to sit somewhere in the compartment of your vehicle, so you can focus on the road instead of you having your face all in your phone, where you could just have the phone sitting there as the directions is going and it's talking to you. Mm-hmm. That's just a more safer way to drive, okay? You got to take those precautions, because it only takes a split second, and then there you go. It's a whole big scene mess. So last thing we want is someone to get killed or hurt. So let's just try to be careful, all right?
And then the other April awareness is Stress Awareness Month. Now, anybody who act like they ain't never had no stress in their life, you need to email me and show me. Let me know, because baby,
you got that zen. I need that zen.
I need that zen. I need that numb your whole rank kill.
Man, that Midas touch. I need it all.
To tell you for real, because I don't know anybody
that has
who
not
real,
been
who has
stressed.
never stressed before. So we're going to be talking about that.
Absolutely. And two other topics we're going to talk about. Well, in the first hour, we're going to talk about April awareness, but in the second hour, we're going to get into the Hart family, if you have not been up to date on that story, and Thottapilly family, which is Thottapilly family. So if you see that in the caption, yes, that's how it's spelled. We're not trying to be funny. That's actually how the name is spelled. But these are two families that are missing in California. If you heard the story about the two white women that adopted all those black kids, and there was actually abusing the black kids in the homes, deprived of eating, verbal abuse, physical abuse. They was getting money for the children through the children agency, uh, and it so happened that a family member, called about the situation with that family because one of the kids actually went into the neighborhood, begging for food because they was deprived. So I guess when that happened, the two women that cared for these kids took it upon themselves to hide what was going on in the house, and they felt like they needed to get rid of the kids, so they took it to a cliff, and there you go. People got killed, which was the kids and the women. So that story, and then the Thottapilly family who went out into, I think it was hiking or something like that, or they was in a place where you can hike at. So you can hike, walk through one of those kind of areas, and they disappeared. No one knows, but it's just funny how these two families situation happened not too far from each other, so it's strange. So, but that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So, you guys tune in. It's going to be a wonderful show altogether.
So I want to, before we jump in, I want to definitely thank Sunshine, Shiine, for liking us. Definitely, we appreciate you as always. She was a
guest on
our show. And I also want to thank Jason Frisbee, who was another guest that was on our show as well. Thank you so much, y'all guys. Make sure that you continue to like us, heart us, share this video with people.
Share it to your friends, share it to your page, to others. Get the word out about the show. We appreciate it so much. Thank you for the love and support.
So you want to start us off
with the awareness? We're going to start with that first.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to add some people.
Okay. So I will start off with...
I got it now.
So which one you think we should start off with first?
So we should start off with the distracted driving, which that's the one that I had originally started off with.
Okay. We can start off with that, I guess. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, so I have, we're going to talk about if you want to start off, you can, but I have it. Yeah. We're going to start off with the distracted driving awareness month. So here it's about, they have a pledge, and it's called Just Drive, a pledge to be an attentive driver. Okay. It says, I pledge to just drive for my own safety and for others with whom I share the road. I choose to not drive distracted in any way. I will not have a phone conversation, handheld, hands-free, or via Bluetooth. Text or send Snapchats. I'm going to say that again. Text or send Snapchats. Use voice-to-text features in my vehicle's dashboard system. Update Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vimeo, or other social medias. Check or send emails. Take selfies or film videos. Input destination into GPS while the vehicle is in motion. Call or message someone. call or message someone else when I know they are driving. So, and then at the bottom it says, I dedicate my pledge to, it could be any example, like your children, why your husband late.
Do it. Stopped on us once again.
Right.
So
it's challenging. It wants to be challenging.
Right, but we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna, start where we left off at. So, what you were saying about safety and driving.
So I'm gonna just kind of reiterate that again. We're talking about Distracted Driving Awareness Month. I'm gonna read the pledge again, just in case, and hopefully this, we'll send this to everybody. We'll invite people, but we're just gonna go through this. So the pledge is a pledge to be an attentive driver, meaning I pledge to just drive for my own safety and for others with whom I share the roads. I choose to not drive distracted in any way. I will not have a phone conversation, handheld, hands-free via Bluetooth, text or send Snapchats, use voice-to-text features in my vehicle's dashboard system, update Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vimeo, or other social medias, check or send emails, take selfies or film videos, input destinations into GPS while the vehicle is in motion, call or message someone else when I know they are driving. So if you dedicate that pledge, so when you dedicate the pledge, it could be to yourself, family, whomever, and I ask for contact information and you submit it. And there you go. There's a video at the bottom and it says, stay on top of the distracted driving issue all year long by signing up for our Focus on the Drive e-newsletter. So it's really important that you should take the pledge. Go ahead. Why not? It's not hurting nothing. It's not costing nothing. Take the pledge and your word is your bond. Stick to it. Stay to it, because not only is your life in danger if you're doing something stupid, but other people's lives are in danger as well. I mean, at the blink of an eye, anything can happen. So please don't say, well, it can't. Yes, it can. It can happen. Okay.
You gotta respect people's lives.
Exactly.
You don't play with people's lives.
Absolutely. And so what I was getting on to before before we were rudely interrupted by technology. You know it, we love it, but it's frustrating at the same time. So what I was getting at was safety on the road. And again, just saying that in 2017, more than 40,000 people died in motor vehicle crashes. And the three biggest causes on the road are alcohol, speeding, and distracted driving. It has a video below it. It says, together we can end impaired driving. Impaired driving is driving while drunk, drugged, drowsy, and or distracted. All of these are dangerous. All of these are preventable. In addition to the National Safety Council, these traffic safety and health advocacy organizations are working to end impaired driving, which is Consumer Healthcare Products Association, Governor's Highway Safety Association, National Sleep Foundation, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving, Foundation for Advancing Alcohol Responsibility, Students Against Destructive Decisions. So employers play a big role in keeping our roads safe. Millions drive as part of their jobs. Some are professionally trained drivers, many are not. If a job does not primarily involve driving, the employee often does not receive the same safety management or engagement in driving safety others may get. So that's true, because I know at my job, they have a certain amount of hours that they have to accumulate, especially if they're going to be driving one of the company cars. Like they teach and talk about safety behind the wheel and things of that nature. So employers need to manage the safety of employees on the road just as they manage other risks in the workplace. We also have cameras that have been installed inside of those work vehicles. The NSC Journey to Safety Excellence incorporates leadership and employment engagement, risk management, safety management systems, and measurement to keep employees safe. Um, Off the job crashes account for 80% of employer crash related health benefit costs, and half of crash related injuries cause employees to miss work. According to Injury Facts, the average economic cost of a crash is more than $1 million per death and more than $78,000 per non fatal disabling injury. Employers pay significant costs associated with off the job crashes, including decreases to employee health, well being, and productivity, and increases in lost time from work and insurance costs. So, um, there's a few more. I'll read it because I think it's important. To prevent motor vehicle crashes involving their employees on and off the job, employers should offer defense driving courses and other training specific to the risk faced, offer programs for employees with alcohol or prescriptions specific to the risk faced. What did I say? I'm sorry. Offer programs for employees with alcohol or prescription or illegal drug problems. Enact a corporate cell phone policy to prevent all cell phone use behind the wheel. Enact a policy that requires employees to wear seatbelts, which that is another important thing. Please have your seatbelts on. From the driver to the passenger in the front to the passengers in the back, please wear your seatbelts.
That could save your life.
Yes, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Ask NSC experts to assess your organization's road safety systems and help design and execute a program. And also, multitasking is a myth. With advancements in cell phone technologies, distracted driving has been an increasing and misunderstood trend. In fact, findings from a recent NSC public opinion poll indicate 80% of drivers across America incorrectly believe that hands-free devices are safer than using a handheld phone. Then it says, learn why distracted driving, regardless if it's hands-free or handheld, is a dangerous threat to roadway safety. I mean, can you imagine that? I mean, even if it's hands-free, I mean, you're still at a large risk of having an accident. So, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't try to get reckless with it.
Right. Neither one is safe.
Just have both hands on the steering wheel and just drive, okay? People trying to be fancy, pull stunts, and it's not that serious.
Right.
It's really not.
And another leading cause, our teens are driving.
It being irresponsible.
Very much so.
Right.
Very much so. Being, like you said, irresponsible. Educating teen drivers. For teens, just learning to drive, car crashes are the number one cause of death, mostly due to inexperience. Yes, because they think they so damn mature being behind that wheel. Not at all. Not all of them, but enough of them.
Right.
Excuse me. Graduated driver licensing systems are proven to reduce crashes involving teen drivers by as much as 40%, minimizing common risks such as passenger distraction, nighttime driving, and cell phone use. And to find out more resources, it's on here for you to do to help keep teen drivers safe as well.
Absolutely. You get a lot of wealthy information that people can apply to their life or as the roads. That's well needed because there's so much going on with all these accidents happening every year, people losing their lives over, the smallest thing. And, people have to really value their lives, take it more serious, because not only you can put yourself at risk, but you put others at risk. So
absolutely.
You have to be mindful of that.
And
it's not about you.
My apology.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
That was coming from the National Safety Council that I was reading from. Thanks, Bree, for coming on. I'm going to try while Una was talking. to invite some more people because we
Got
got
cut off due
cut
to
off
technical
from the
difficulties.
first video. So excuse me moi.
While you doing that, I will read this article. It's really short. It's not long. But this is coming from claimsjournal.com. And the headline is Distracted Driving Awareness Month highlights changes needed to modify habits. Since we're talking about the changes that can be made to have more effective driving on the road, you listen to some things that can help people along the way in their everyday life when they have vehicles. So with that being said, I will read this article. April Distracted Driving Awareness Month, as designated by the National Safety Council (NSC) and auto insurers, joined a national campaign to remind the country that distracted driving crashes can be prevented by modifying driving habits and strengthening auto safety laws. The National Safety Council reports that motor vehicle deaths surpassed 40,000 for the second consecutive year in 2017, which I'm sure the number is higher than that. So the estimates from the NSC show 4.57 million people were seriously injured in auto crashes. Distracted driving and the ubiquitous use of smartphones behind the wheel is one of the leading causes for the rise of vehicle crashes nationwide, said Bob Passmore, Assistant Vice President of Personal Lines Policy at the Property Casualty Insurance Association of America, PCI. Advanced technologies have made cars safer than ever in recent years, so it would be logical to think that roadway crashes and deaths would be decreasing. Unfortunately, vehicle crashes and fatalities are rising sharply across the country, and with more people on the roads for spring break and during the warmer months, the potential for distracted driving crashes increases. According to software developer TrueMotion, 92% of drivers use their smartphones while driving and 71% text while driving. Too many drivers are still texting, talking, surfing the web, and using social media and apps on their smartphones while driving, said Passmore. Auto safety campaigns like Distracted Driving Awareness Month are important to educate drivers about the risks of distracted driving and encourage them to stop using smartphones and eliminate other distractions while driving. Continued support for the implementation and enforcement of distracted driving laws, which discourage texting while driving and ban-handled cell phone use, also is critical to prevent tragedies. Auto safety is a top issue for auto insurers. We hope the dialogue on distracted driving will continue, and we urge lawmakers and other industry thought leaders to continue addressing the impact of motorist behavior as an important part of the road safety equation, added Passmore. And this is coming from Claims Journal, and this article was published in 2018. April 2nd, 2018. So yeah, I definitely agree with all this here. Implementing, laws, having guidelines, just having this awareness to bring attention to what's going on the roads and having that dialogue and figuring out what are ways that can be prevented. Far as distracted driving. So I support this article and even just what they suggested in the article fully. So
Interesting.
yeah, that's all I had to read on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can go on to the next awareness because the link that I have, the National Safety Council, you pretty much can click at the top and it has the drop down and you can read on whichever link that they have. Just click on it and read it. So I think I can't even express the importance of driving safe. It's not just for your life, it's for everybody else.
It's like you're not just driving for yourself, but you drive for everybody else. Mm-hmm. That's how the roads is. So think about it in that from that POV.
Yes. So the next awareness that we're going to be talking about is Stress Awareness Month. Whew.
I'm sure that's a favorite of yours.
This is a favorite of mine. Yes, because not only can it I mean you get stressed from anywhere, work related, family related. You getting on your own nerves related, right?
It could be
you
a
have
partner,
your own business. It could be a relationship, like
yeah,
you said, partner, husband,
yeah.
wife. It could be kids. Ooh, let Jesus
All
be a
kinds.
fence. No, it's like, but yeah, I'm so totally serious. But I love y'all.
But it's the truth.
But it's the truth. So it could be anything.
Whatever.
It could be whatever. Girl, yes, Brie, because stress kills. And let me tell you, it's not that I have not had situations happen in my life, traumatic events, blah blah. But when I almost had that heart attack back in March, like what was it? Right after my birthday, a week after my birthday, I caught myself. I took myself because I had not been feeling well. So, so the signs, the symptoms, I took myself to the hospital to get myself checked out and to the doctors as well. And they said it was a good thing that I had caught it in time because it could have gotten a whole lot worse. So, and they, I had a stress test done, and yeah, it was high, and so that was like a wake up for me. And I'm still a work in progress, working on a lot of things. It's easier said than done, but I'm not going to make the excuse. I'm going to do my best to be as productive and do more self-care. As I'm always telling people, self-care is so important, and so I have to remind myself of that, because if I'm not good for me, number one, I can't be good for nobody else, whether that's relationship or family or work or our own business.
Even just yourself.
Yes. So self-care is so important.
We preach that on the show every week.
Yes,
every damn
week.
Speak
on it every week. How self-care is so important. So make sure that you do it. Make sure that you love and respect your temple from head to toe.
I was about to say, okay, you just read my mind.
I hope you are doing more self-care, young lady. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, lady.
Yes, ma'am. I am doing more and love saying no and don't have to explain myself. And that's another
Please don't
thing,
explain yourself.
because a lot of people feel like and I'm guilty of it in the past, especially when it came to family, that we've done a lot of saying yes, knowing that a lot of times we may not feel like saying yes. So it's okay to say no. And if you choose to want to explain that, that's fine. If you choose not to explain it, that's okay too.
It's all good.
You have to
take that time to yourself.
Right. You need that time, because stress, right, like you said, stress will kill you.
Because I mean, I stress too, so I need to I pick up too to go to the doctor to see what's going on with me. So
of what's going on with you, and then from there you can choose how you're going to deal with that, whether that's on a holistic approach, or if that's going to be medicines from a doctor,
medical approach,
right, or if you're going to incorporate both, whatever you're going to do, if it's hemp oil, if it's marijuana, however, no judgment zone here, as long as it's not harming you,
and it's all for the good,
and it's all for the good. So yeah, we're tired. Yeah, but it's all good.
You can obviously tell I'm tired, and my voice is low key. So yeah, definitely been a long day.
So I'm going to read this article. It's coming from BeliefNet.com. Okay, of course, all the articles that we read to you guys, we definitely post it up. If you want to go back and read it, please do.
And once again, before you start, I just want to mention this one more time. Yes, our live cut off in the beginning, so apologies to us. We did have technical difficulties, but we're back on. So the same people who was on the first one, hopefully you come back on and
Sunshine came back on, so we definitely appreciate you. And if you're not on, that's okay.
It's all good.
We're going to share this and we're going to get it out there and you're going to look at it.
We're going to keep it rolling. It's all
yes,
good.
I agree, Bree. We definitely all need sleep, and that's one of my big factors, because I don't get enough sleep, and I can admit that. I might get 4 hours when I'm by myself. I might get like 4 hours of sleep, and that's probably good to me, but it's really not good. But When you don't rest, it just
shows.
it shows physically, it shows emotionally, mentally,
Yeah.
and you're off. You're like you are off,
Mm.
right? Like your whole day probably will be messed up, and or you can, if you find a good coping skills solution or something that can, kind of get you back balanced, that's good. But yeah, so I'm gonna read this. So we do have a first video, right? We did the first video that it didn't delete us. So you'll catch a piece of that in the beginning, and you're gonna catch this one now. So these are the 10 ways to celebrate National Stress Awareness Month. Since April, of course, is National Stress Awareness Month.
Pardon me, you guys have to step out the room for a second.
It's okay. I thought the best way to celebrate it would be by creating less stress in our own lives. So they have a list of 10 positive ways you can respond to the stress in your life and keep your own stress levels in check. So let's see what they're talking about. See if we can apply all of these or some of these to our lives. So 10 ways to celebrate National Stress Awareness Month. I'm going to see if they have a number 1. Oh, really? Okay. I'm going to read this. Okay. It says, everyone feels stressed from time to time. If left unchecked, it tends to be a real joy killer. This, of course, makes it harder for us to live complaint-free, happy lives, which is very true because we be complaining about everything. Stress can also lead to a number of major health problems, ranging anywhere from anxiety, which I am diagnosed with anxiety, to severe depression, which I've had severe depression before, and I'm diagnosed with depression, and from mild acne to life-threatening heart attacks. And that's really right, because when you stress, like I've noticed before in the past, like my skin will change up, right? Yeah. You can get acne, or you can break out, or any of that.
Break out.
And as it says, threatening heart attacks, which I almost had. And for those people that have had heart attacks.
I need to ask you a question. Now, like when you stress or you have some kind of pain, whether it be a headache, somewhere in your body hurts, but then when you just said the heart attack, does it feel like sometimes it's like a gasp? But it's not a heart attack. It's like a gas. Like your air cuts off for a second, then it comes right back.
I think it could be for individual, because I'm sure
and it comes back, kind of like that. Like you lose your breath for a second.
Because I'm sure that can happen. Yes. Yeah. As well as a lot of times you may think it's a heart attack, but it's actually a really bad panic attack.
Oh.
Because the symptoms. Because I suffer with panic attacks as well from time to time. And I thought a while ago I was having a heart attack. And when I went to the doctors, it was actually a panic attack. But this time, it wasn't playing. It was not a panic attack. It was
almost a full-fledged
heart attack. Yeah. So, I mean, you just really have to be careful.
You got to take care of your body.
Take care of your body.
I think I've had, honestly, I'm having an honest moment right now because I don't really talk about myself. I don't really, engage in my private life. But honestly, I feel like sometimes I have panic attacks. Mm-hmm. That's why I asked you that question. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it is a panic attack, but I might need to get that checked out.
Right.
Because it's not that I had it one time. This has been happening. So I don't know.
So yeah, definitely. I mean, I encourage you to go get yourself checked out. Go to the doctors, because it could be a panic attack. It could have been a panic attack, or a lot of times there's times I know my Nana, she had like multiple strokes and didn't even know it because it wasn't like really noticeable. But when we got her to the doctors, that's what they said. So we have to love on ourselves and take care of ourselves, and eating the best way that you can is so important. I know it's hard for everybody because people are used to eating a certain kind of way, but you have to change your mindset.
Training your mind.
You have to become disciplined.
Yes, true.
And it's hard. I'll be the first to say.
I say it too.
It's hard, but you have to discipline yourself to eat better, and become more healthy and more mindful from the foods that you eat.
Just health conscious, period.
Right. What you drink. Mm-hmm. If you do drink alcohol, limit it. You don't have to drink
Moderation.
so much. Moderation, exactly. Yeah. Also, watch the people that you're around. I've cut off so much people. Guess what? I feel so good about it. Yeah. Some people have cut me off before I got to them, and I'm okay with that.
But you know what? That helped you out.
It helped me out. It does.
They ain't did nothing.
It did.
They really ain't did nothing.
I mean, my circle once upon a time used to be huge. I'm not gonna lie. But it's very small now. I'm okay with that because my psyche and the way I'm built, it probably wouldn't have lasted much longer anyway. Yeah. You know, so it's good from either end, and it's no love loss.
It benefited you. So.
Right. There's no bitterness or nothing like that. So monitor the people, the situations you get yourself involved in, the places where you go, right. The type of conversations, because I truly believe like the negative talk that we may do, I mean, I think that
could be self-destructing.
Self-destructing. Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah.
And also this too, people don't, even the spiritual part, watch the energy that you transfer with other people, because that can take a toll on your body too.
I mean, and for the ladies that might be pregnant, I can remember once upon a time when I was carrying my kids, I ain't let a lot of people like touch my stomach, like get the hell away from me. You are not gonna be putting your hands. I don't know what your energy is about.
You don't know
what
trust that person like about. That. You don't know what they're into.
Right.
You don't
then
know.
Your child come out like real messed up.
Right. Because it happens. It happens. It happens every time.
Exactly.
You know, you can't play with energy. Energy is a powerful thing. And I highly believe in energy.
Very much so.
What's crazy, I don't believe in superstition, but I believe in energy. But okay.
Some superstition I do, but I definitely believe in energy. Yeah. So it says, in following with the threatening heart attacks, so it is easy to see why it is so vitally important to keep life's major stressors in check. And it says, since April is National Stress Awareness Month, I thought the best way to celebrate it would be by creating less stress in our own lives. So they have this 10 positive ways you can respond to stress. So we're going to see kind of what that is. Let's go to the next and see what's up with this. Okay. It says, make up your mind to get and or stay healthy, right? Taking control of your personal health can make a great difference in the amount of stress you feel. The best way to reclaim control of your life is by taking charge of your body. Whether it is through diet, like we talked about, exercise, or simply getting that checkup you've been putting off. Let April be the month you put yourself back in control, because we have to be in control of our temple from head to toe. We have to be aware of what's going on, so that if there is something that we need to fix, we're aware of what it is and we can work on fixing it. Will it happen overnight? No, but again, when you start it, that's the start, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next one. Because the more that we put it off, the worse that it gets, and the older that you get, and you're waiting later to do it, it
might not be reversible.
Right. It might not be reversible.
You just never know.
You don't.
Timing is everything, man.
You don't.
Time can save you. Seriously, for real.
The next one, make a change. It can be as simple as clearing the clutter off your desk, or as elaborate as taking a well-deserved vacation, which we did when we went to Vegas, and that was so very much deserved. Ooh,
we enjoyed the hell out of Vegas. You hear me? I don't know if people saw my post. I ain't want to come back to Georgia. I'm from Georgia. I love my city, Atlanta, but I ain't want to come back to the South. I wanted to stay on the West Coast in Nevada, because yes, I definitely felt at home there. You know, I mean, I've been wanting to move out of Atlanta. I mean, California was the first that I had my eyes on for the longest. I always wanted to go there. I still do. But Nevada got me thinking. So, I got two to choose from. I don't know now. So,
yeah. If and when you can, make sure that you do that to get away, whether it's long distance or you do something like local.
Yeah.
But take that time, take that me time to get away for a vacation. Because you
gotta get away, man.
Because you can do it. I don't care if you start a year early, 6 months early, 3 months early. Just put some money to the side each time you get that. Each time you get money, and plan that trip. Seriously.
And you don't have to. It don't have to be super expensive to go on the trip. You just got to know how to bargain, where to find the bargains at online, whether it's flights, whether it's hotels, whatever. So put money aside, figure out the price range you're going to spend on flights and hotels and go from there, and then figure out how much you're going to spend for as play money. So yeah, you got to plan out, but definitely take some time to yourself, get away, get a peace of mind, some clarity, some sanity, some more spirituality, some more feel good energy in your life.
Absolutely. That clutter thing and being organized is kind of a thing for me as well, because when I'm not feeling good, I don't do too much of nothing really. I don't even know how I get to work, so I know it got to be the divine intervention above that gets me to work, because
give you that energy for that day to
right,
pull
for
through.
them days, them 5 days trying to get to
pulling
work.
it through, girl.
Right. But you know, in my room, if it's not organized and it's just a lot of clutter, I'm not talking about nobody's dirt, because I'm not a dirty person.
Yeah, I don't need y'all get y'all don't get it twisted.
Don't even get it twisted, boo boo. It's just clutter. So when I'm not as organized as I should, honestly, it really does affect my mood. It really does. It gives me a lot of anxiety. I gotta be honest. It gives me a lot of anxiety.
You don't have no motivation to do anything when you don't feel good.
No motivation.
Anyway,
no motivation. I look at it like, okay, I'm gonna get to it. Ooh, I'm just gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it and never get to it.
Right.
So yeah, that's important for me. I don't know about anybody else. So the important thing is that you do something different. Even a small change can make a big difference when it comes to a stress, which is true. The next would be focus on now, right? Most folks live their entire lives in yesterday or tomorrow. In truth, however, there is only now. Focusing on this perfect moment right now provides a magical, I don't believe in magical, but a magical escape from the disappointment of what once was and the fear of what might be, and leaves stress stuck in a time warp. So I get what it's saying. Definitely. Because holding on to the past, and I know that's something that we Black folks tend to do.
I know
we will hold on. We will pull it out the archives.
Yeah.
And it could be 20 years down the road, and it just take one thing to trigger that.
You can burn bridges and blind blessings like that, though.
Right, you can burn bridges, and you can miss those blessings. You're right. Because I'm on.
Look, I'm guilty of that. Okay, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I do wear it on my sleeve. I can admit I do. So, and I know there's certain things I need to work on. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. So, yeah,
that's true. I can do it too. I'm guilty of it. I'm not gonna lie. There are some things that I have just not gotten over, and that's probably stubbornness as well. But I know that it does block whatever blessings are supposed to be coming my way. So I've said it before. 2018 is the healing year for me. Again, a work in progress, and
just trying to let go. You have to let go.
To let go.
It can be difficult along the road, but it can be done.
It can be done.
You just gotta work at it and just let live, man. Let live, let God, let the Creator handle it.
Absolutely.
That's all you can do, and keep moving, man. Because you gotta live your life. Can't let nothing stop you from that. So.
The next one is talk to yourself. Sometimes a good pep talk is all that is needed to keep stress at bay. Maybe it is high time you gave yourself one by affirming what is right with your life instead of dwelling on what is wrong. Talk to yourself. It's good. Just be mindful of how much and what you, just be mindful of like what you're talking about. But talking to yourself just kind of, it can kind of get you back.
Yeah.
And
self-motivation.
And like it states, instead of dwelling on your past, the bad things, instead of knocking your own self, because I'm sure people probably have knocked you before. Instead of you knocking yourself, dwell on what's positive, like what's good about you. What do you do good? Read some affirmations or some encouraging things. So that, I think that that's helpful. Let's see the next side. Get the giggles. Oh boy.
I'm serious.
It's true. Laughter really is the best medicine. Watch a funny show or video, tell a funny joke, or go to a card show, or go to a card shop and read funny cards. Whatever it takes, give yourself time for laughter each and every day. Which is funny because Uno is silly as hell and I'm silly as hell. Y'all don't really see that
side of me. Nah, I'm the more aggressive asshole, serious, chill, cool person.
And I'm the people person, yet on the other side of it,
I'm antisocial.
I'm more the people person. But they still
But I do know how to socialize. I'm not stupid.
Some see it, some see it, but not all see it. But yeah, laughing, I'm telling you, oh boy, if you could be behind these walls or be with us off this, off our show, we off the chart, like for real. Like we was just tripping in here a few minutes ago about something, and laughter is not only good for the soul. I don't want to get her going. Right, laughter is good for the soul. It also burns calories, ladies. Yes, it burns calories when you laugh.
Yes,
it's good. I mean, I'll be in here sometimes. Stomach is tight. I'm about to cry. Pee on myself. It just be so funny. I'm just being real with myself. Some people just so uppity.
I know.
Or if they not, they don't want to admit it. But listen. Laughing is good. I haven't laughed so much being in a relationship in a very, very, very long time. And it just is good to laugh because it breaks when you be going through so much in your everyday daily life, when you have to be serious and put on serious faces. And then, when you can get that break and you can laugh, with a bestie or a mate or whomever.
Or whoever you cool with. You ever had that one silly ass friend that just break the ice on everything.
Yes. You be on the roll, I'm telling you.
You be forgetting about your problems for that whole
Exactly. So the next one is meditate. A still mind is a stress-free mind. So take a deep breath, quiet your thoughts, and let the stress melt away. Even 10 minutes of meditation done daily for the next 30 days will do wonders for releasing stress in your life. I believe that to be true. I do.
I just mention that earlier that I need to meditate? I think I need some meditation in my life.
I think you get that right niche with that meditation and it could work wonders for you because there's so many different type of ways that you can meditate. It's all different,
Now, some people take it too far. They try to get into other stuff. Like, no, I mean, we don't need to get that deep, okay? Just meditate. If you're gonna meditate for peace of mind, sanity, not for gains or tapping into other realms and tapping into jinns and spirits. Like that's a whole nother meditation, and that's something you don't want to be getting into unless you know what you're doing. So let's not do that, please.
The next one is keep a happiness journal. Every evening for the next 30 days, spend a few moments reflecting on the day you just experienced and list 5 things about the day that delighted you. So instead of writing some negative stuff, write down 5 things about that day that delighted you or made you happy. That's something I might have to try.
I'm gonna have to meditate. I'm serious. I really want a box, but she don't want me to box. She don't want me to ruin my face. I mean, I don't care to ruin my face, but she don't want to see that happen to me. Yeah. Right, Jay?
Right.
So, I mean, for me, I'm not saying this is for everybody. Everybody has their own way of dealing with stress and stuff that's going on in their life, just stress relievers. My way is just a box. Rather than just be boxing the what they call those, the punching bag.
The punching bag?
Or it could be a person.
Knowing you as that person. But anywho.
I know that's not the healthiest way, but I punching bag, that's the more safer way. Yeah. But yeah. Oh yeah. But the second one is actually what I'm thinking.
The next one is put a positive spin on it. No matter what challenge you may be facing, do your best to think about it positively, and then let that new positive mindset become your focal point. That's interesting.
Right. Interesting.
Help someone else. Sometimes the best way to deal with stress is by providing relief to someone else. Putting your focus on others takes the focus off your own challenges, leading to less rumination and stress. So look around you, see who needs a hand up, and then offer yours.
Well, all right.
So that was interesting. Interesting. I think the last one that we're on
They had a whole list.
is
I'm just talking.
well, no, that was the 10. This is saying read happy this year. So due to the release April 9th, this person's latest book is a veritable blueprint for getting happier this year and staying that way. Since happy people experience far less stress than unhappy ones, this would be a great time to read it and discover the secret to a happier, less stressful, less stressful way of life. So this will definitely be posted because they have some really interesting ones that I'm going to have to discipline myself to try it out and see what happens. You know, a lot of times we talk. It's like almost like that New Year's resolution what people do. They do that New Year's
They
resolution.
say what they're gonna do, but they never do it.
And they don't do it the whole
Right.
year.
Right. At
So,
all.
It's just good if you just
Do it.
Just do it.
Don't even announce it. Don't speak it. Don't say nothing. Just do it.
Just do it. So I think that's pretty cool.
Right.
Okay.
Well, this is a very short article. It's actually one little paragraph. But I do want to once I read this, I'm gonna click on another one to give you information about Stress Awareness Month in general. But this article is coming from awarenessdays.com. And they have a days events calendar for this year and next year. I'm going to read this one little part that they have here, okay? So Stress Awareness Month has been held every April since 1992. During this annual 30-day period, healthcare professionals and health promotion experts across the country will join forces to increase public awareness about both the causes and occurrences for our modern stress epidemic. And on this site, they have like a calendar for each event that they hold for the month. So they actually had some on the 1st, and it ends on the 30th, and it's like an April Health Awareness, and they actually have a website too. So if you want to check out the website, it's actually on your left side above a calendar. You click on that link, it's highlighted. It says visit event website. At your leisure, please check it out. So yeah, like I said, that was a very short article, and let me see if they have anything at the bottom here. And of course, for upcoming events, like I said, the Stress Awareness Month, they have other awarenesses, for this month too, not just stress awareness.
Mm-hmm.
So, I advise you guys to check this out. They have a whole calendar here what's occurring for the whole month. Let me see. This other article is from foh.psc.gov. It's actually like a calendar. Federal Occupational Health. And this is a short article, so I'm going to read this. Like I said, this is coming from foh.psc.gov. Take time to unwind. Stress happens. Sometimes it's unavoidable. At times it's unbearable. That's why taking time for yourself is invaluable. It's healthy to relax, renew, and rejuvenate. Stress does not merely afflict your mind. It can also affect you on a cellular level. In fact, long-term stress can lead to a wide range of illnesses, from headaches to stomach disorders to depression, and can even increase the risk of serious conditions like stroke and heart disease. Which Jay, you spoke some on that, and I chimed in on what you were saying with those issues. Understanding the mind stress health connection can help you better manage stress and improve your health and well-being. The fight or flight response. The sympathetic stress response is a survival mechanism that is hardwired into our nervous system. This automatic response is necessary for mobilizing quick reflexes when there is imminent danger, such as swerving to avoid a car crash. When you perceive a threat, stress hormones rush into your bloodstream, increasing heart rate, blood pressure, and glucose levels. Other hormones also suppress functions like digestion and the immune system, which is one of the reasons why chronic stress can leave you more vulnerable to illness. Danger triggers to stress response. Unfortunately, so can work conflicts, concerns over debt, bad memories, or anxiety in general. Although one bad day at work won't compromise your health, weeks or months of stress can dampen your immune response and raise your risk for disease. Combat your stress. If you suffer from chronic stress and can't influence or change the situation, then you need to change your approach. Be willing to be flexible. Remember, you have the ability to choose your response to stressors, and you may have tried the various options. Recognize when you don't have control and let it go. Don't get anxious about situations that you cannot change. Take control of your own reactions and focus your mind on something that makes you feel calm and in control. This may take some practice, but it pays off in peace of mind. Key thing is peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Develop a vision for healthy living, wellness, and personal growth, and set realistic goals to help you realize your vision. Lastly, relax and recharge. You need to rest. Like Jay said before, that is so important. Be sure to carve out some time to relax and take care of yourself each day. Even just 10 to 15 minutes per day can improve your ability to handle life's stressors. Also, remember that exercise is an excellent stress reliever. Everyone has different ways they like to relax and unwind. Here are a few ideas to get you started. Take a walk, read a book, go for a run, have a cup of tea, play a sport, spend time with a friend or loved one, meditate, learn how on the sidebar, which I'm going to read this too on meditation, and do yoga. While you can't avoid stress, you can minimize it by changing how you choose to respond to it. The ultimate reward for your efforts is a healthy, balanced life with time for work, relationships, relaxation, and fun. Now, the meditation basics, okay? Meditation is a way to relax and renew the mind, body, and spirit. Meditation is not necessarily about having no thoughts. It's about having no reactions to your thoughts. So allow the thoughts to come and go. Be gentle and patient with the process. All right, come on now. Relax and effortless posture. Bring yourself to a relaxed and comfortable posture, either sitting on the floor in a chair or lying on your back. If you're sitting, keep your back upright, but relax through a natural extended posture. Empty your lungs. Exhale completely, leaving a slight pause at the end of the exhale. Follow the breath. Allow the body to naturally inhale. Mentally say 1 while you inhale. Allow a slight pause before exhaling again. Exhale and release. As you exhale, release all tension. At the same time, mentally say and or some other single syllable word that holds either neutral or positive connotations. Words like love, joy, fresh, etc. Continue the cycle. Continue the cycle in a slow, relaxed fashion. Remember, mentally recite 1 for the inhale. Mentally say and or your chosen single syllable word for the exhale. Release tension in the exhale. Each breath is a new beginning. 1 for the inhale signifies that each breath stands alone as a new start, a new moment. Completing the meditation. Take your time coming back from the meditation experience. Give yourself a couple of minutes before you bring yourself back to your regular day. Lastly, return feeling re-energized. Slowly and gently bring your refreshed self back to the present moment and begin the rest of your day with a smile. Enjoy the serenity. I'm mad I'm saying it like this, but
Right.
hey, it sounds real chill and smooth and relaxing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm mad at you for that. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
I like this approach though, seriously.
Yeah.
For real.
It's nice.
I might have to try that.
I've been in meditations before, sitting meditation, walking meditation I've been in before. So it's just, there's different levels of meditation that you can do. So I'm not going to read articles, like long articles, but I do want you can read it at your own time. So this one is from the dailycaring.com. They have articles on when you are a caregiver for a loved one and how that can be very stressful. They have 3 articles. One is 10 caregiving musts from a 7+ year veteran. The second one is nobody talks about these 2 reasons for caregiver stress. And the other one is caregiver stress. Are you in denial? And it says the bottom line is reducing stress takes some work and perseverance, but the improvements you'll see in your health and happiness will be well worth the effort. Okay. And then below it has links: free gratitude calendar to reduce caregiver stress. You are tired. How to be okay with getting caregiver help or caregiving help, and links we love. Stop being stressed out. So there's plenty of a whole wealth of information. From Yes, from the dailycaring.com. So, and then that last one, this article is coming from the AmeriHealth.com, Stress Awareness Employer Toolkit when you're at work and you're overwhelmed. So I need to print this out and put this on my computer.
What you trying to prove?
Because I be having, boy.
Yeah, like someone supposed to pay attention because you put that there. Now you an advocate now? You making a statement now?
No, I want to see it every day when I go to work.
I'm going to show these motherfuckers.
No, I want it
right. Health. I might be stress-free today.
That's right. Why are you acting silly? But anyway, it has
I'm talking junk.
Yes, it has about how you breathe, the deep breathing, and it has a lot. I'm not paying you no mind because I'm trying to get through this.
You know, tell the truth.
I do numb your whole anywhere and everywhere. I have no problem. I don't claim a religion. I am a ominous. I'm omnis. I'm an omni.
Omnious.
Omnious. I think.
Because it's OMNIEST.
So omnious. I don't claim one. I take bits and pieces from certain ones and I incorporate it, apply in a positive way. So right. I do chant them. I do get my Nam Yoho Renge Kyo in there because you can just say it and it's out to the universe and it's all good.
Oh.
I saw you. Oh. Anywho, we're going to move forward.
No, you did.
Whatever. So weird with yourself. So go ahead. What are we going to talk about next? Why are you acting stupid? And we're trying to wrap this up real soon.
I'm not stupid.
Okay, you're challenged?
No.
Okay.
Hello.
Whatever. Next, what we talking about? Come on.
Oh, so we're gonna talk about the Hart family. Okay. This is a tragedy, and it's involving black boys, and I don't like what them white women did to them black boys and the black girls. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the first article that I'm gonna read is this one from SeattleTimes.com. And the headline reads, "Who were the Harts? Really? Mystery surrounds family that plunged off California cliff." All right, I'm gonna need for you to get out of that. I ain't trying to sign up for no damn Seattle Times. Mm-hmm. The Woodland, Washington family left a trail of abuse allegations after their SUV plummeted from a 150-foot cliff onto the oceanside rocks below, but clues can be found, including the two moms' attempt to immerse their children in an alternative culture while seemingly limiting access to the world outside it. And she didn't even do the girls' heads, man. They walk around with nappy heads. I mean, they white women, they don't understand black people hair anyway, so
But do you
that's
think
not a
that's
surprise.
okay? So I'm being a devil's advocate.
I'm not trying to be funny, but this is
Do
true.
you think that's all Caucasian people?
I
Women?
won't say all,
Mm,
but a lot of them.
okay.
So, in retrospect, Christine Denise Washington said she should have realized something was wrong with the Harts. She first met the family in 2014 at an Ashland, Oregon music festival, the kind that drew from a certain community. Some would call it New Age. Washington calls it a conscious community. Those who were part of it wanted to spread love and acceptance, said Washington, who at the time was a dancer, intuitive healer, and self-proclaimed traveling hippie. She bonded with Jennifer Hart, known as Jen, and her 6 adopted children. Sarah Hart, Jen's wife, and yes, they were lesbians. And the one who worked outside the home wasn't there. The multiracial family reminded Washington of her own, she said, African American. Washington had been adopted by a white woman. So when at the festival, she noticed that the girls had matted hair beneath bandanas. She said she told Jen, don't worry, I'll show you how to do it. My mom had issues too. But every time she tried to follow up, Washington said Jen would say they were too busy or make up all kinds of excuses. Washington, now living in Arkansas, is one of many people trying to make sense of the tragedy that befell the Harts last month when an SUV carrying the mothers and at least 3 other children plunged from a 150-foot cliff in Northern California onto the ocean rocks below. Sarah and Jen, both 38, died, as well as Marquise, who was 19, Abigail was 14, and Jeremiah was 14. Authorities believe Devontae, 15, Hannah, 16, and Sierra, 12, may have been in the vehicle and were swept out to sea. God knows they could have died somewhere else, or they could have been snatched up and got killed. Who knows? With those last 3 children. Beachgoers on Saturday found the body of an African American girl of undetermined age floating in the surf along the Mendocino coast near where the Hart's vehicle went off the cliff. Authorities said it could take several weeks to determine if the body is one of the missing Hart children. Officials have said the crash may have been intentional. No shit. Judging by software in the vehicle showing it stopped at a pull-off area before speeding off the cliff. Officials found no skid marks to indicate sudden acceleration or braking. According to a search warrant affidavit, they left a trail of child abuse allegations across 3 states, including one that prompted an official from Washington's Child Protective Services to visit their Woodland house right before they drove off for California. Who were the Harts, really? Even one of their most loyal friends, Portland musician Max Ribner, said of himself and others close to the family, we never got a ton of time in their house, but some clues can be pieced together. A South Dakota childhood for both women, a romance likely kindled in college, a series of adoptions and allegations of abuse including beating and food deprivation. All the while, they immerse their children in an alternative culture that emphasizes love, unity, and music while keeping their distance from neighbors and the outside world. That's a clear sign that they was abusing them kids. When you got to shut them off from everyone else to hide your hand as far as the dirt you doing. It was at the Shangri-La Festival near Minneapolis that Ribner said he met the Harts 6 or 7 years ago. They were living in Minnesota then. Ribner, who plays trumpet, belongs to a band that played there called Nako and Medicine for the People, led by Nako Bear, a Portland-born singer and guitarist with a spiritual bent. The multiracial band was a favorite of the Harts, Ribner said. When we performed, they were always at the front of the stage, he said. The kids, he said, were not afraid to dance. Just how much the Harts were, just how just how much the Harts were Nako devotees can be seen in the videos of Jen's YouTube channel. In a 2012 video titled Thanksgiving Blessings, four of the children performed one of his band songs. We are so provided for. They repeat as one of the children strums a guitar with Nako written on it in large letters. At the end of the boys calls out, Happy Thanksgiving, Nako. We are grateful to you, a sister says, blowing a kiss. The musician was not available for comment, and his tour manager, Melissa Gibson. The ripping of the kids seemed the opposite of abuse, he said. Though he allowed referring to the allegations as a community, we're not trying to say that saying that didn't happen. Abuse allegations. Nothing stood out, said Big Stone City Mayor Deb Wick. She was talking about Sarah Gingler, who grew up in the town of 600 that lies so close to Minnesota that Sarah went to high school there. It seemed like a very nice family. Sarah's dad worked at a hardware business, her mom at a cheese factory. Recalled Lori Brandt, a middle school teacher who taught at the Gingler children. Sarah was a good student and a great kid, Brandt said. She babysat for us. After high school, Sarah went for a semester to the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities, and then transferred to Northern State University of Arlington, South Dakota, according to records from both schools. She majored in elementary education, and so during the same period did Jen Hart, who hailed from Huron, South Dakota, a prairie town of 1,300. They left in 2002 and were settled by 2004 in Alexandria, Minnesota. If they didn't stand out at first, they definitely did by November 2010 when the detective Sergeant Larry Daly interviewed the couple. Two women raising 6 black kids. I mean, yeah, that definitely would raise some eyes, okay? Said the now retired detective. You didn't see that too often in the predominantly white town of Alexandria, which is surrounded on almost all sides by lakes. The women had adopted 2 sets of siblings. The first, Marquis, Abigail, and Hannah in 2006, and the second, Devontae, Jeremiah, and Sierra in 2009. All the siblings were placed with the couple by the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Agent spokeswoman Tiffany Butler confirmed out-of-state placements are not common, according to Butler, who said privacy rules kept her from saying whether the children were fostered by the Harts before being adopted. The Hart, Sarah took Jen's last name in 2005, complained to Daly about getting funny looks from neighbors and fellow churchgoers. Their kids, they told the detective, were picked on at school. The women said they wanted to move out of Alexandria. As Daly said he saw it, the Hart's feelings of being out of place had nothing to do with his investigation. Abigail Hart, then 6, had told the teacher that she had owies on her tummy and her back after Mom hit me, according to court and police records. The teacher lifted the girl's shirt and saw bruising from her chest to just above her belly button and along her back. The girl later told Daly and a county social worker that Jen had gotten mad after a penny had fallen out of the girl's pocket onto the floor. Abigail said Jen took her to the bathroom, put the girl's head in cold water, and hit her with a fist, according to a police report. Abigail also said she was routinely punished by being grounded, which meant staying in bed and skipping lunch. The other kids got grounded too and spanked, Daly wrote in his report. It was not the first accusation of abuse. In 2008, another Hart child, then 6, told police and a social worker that Jen had struck the child's arm with a belt, leaving a bruise. Questioned, Jen and Sarah said the child had fallen downstairs in their house a few days before. The women also told the officials the child was adopted and having food issues, stealing food at school or eating out of garbage cans or off the floor, according to the investigating officer's report. Persuaded, the police closed the case. Not so Daly's case. The women had a different version of events from Abigail. Sarah and Jen told police it was Sarah who hit the girl. Upset over Abigail's lying, Sarah said, she bent the girl over the tub and swatted her backside. She had lost her temper and gotten carried away, Sarah said. Jen stayed at home with the kids, and her dominant role in the children's lives might account for why Abigail blamed her, suggested Sarah, then a department store manager in the town's Vikings Plaza Mall. In April 2011, Sarah pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor charge of domestic assault. She received a 90-day suspended sentence and a $300 fine. The couple felt school and police officials had overreacted. Daly recalled, they didn't seem to like people in their business. The women soon withdrew all their kids from the school district and started homeschooling them. Then the Harts made good on the promise to move. Which, I don't know if y'all knew this, but I'm going to read this part. But it's a key point in here because I had no idea and I just now recognize that picture. I mean, I saw it a few days ago. Now I'm looking at it again. Sarah came to the Portland area first looking for work, Rivner said. We'll see her at concerts. Why Portland? That's a really good question, Rivner said. He said he assumed it was because the area was more accepting of LGBTQ families and difference in general. There are a lot of pictures of the Harts in front of Keep Portland Weird signs, he said. Sarah found work at Kohl's department store, and Jen and the kids soon joined her. The family divided into the local scene, according to Ribner. They went to concerts, Earth Day events, and political rallies. At a 2014 protest over police brutality, 12-year-old Devontae, wearing a free hug sign, was famously photographed hugging a police officer, tears streaming down the boy's cheeks. And y'all probably recognize this picture. So yes, that is the boy. That the two women that adopted the kids. Devontae is one of the boys that was adopted with the Harts. Just so you know.
I remember that picture.
Right. I had to put that out there though. Devontae was definitely the leader of the group, Rivner said, referring to the 6 kids. The trumpet player had occasion to observe them closely during group music lessons in his home, but he had a hard time describing the others. A lot of them were quiet. Neighbors got to know the kids even less. The Harts never enrolled their children in local school districts, nor did the family turn in required forms to homeschool in Oregon or Washington, according to officials. The Harts first settled in Westland, Oregon, a former mill town now serving as a 26,000 resident bedroom community that's one part wealthy suburb and one part bucolic hillscape. The Harts raised chickens and goats and grew vegetables, said neighbor Bill Groner. Sarah was a spokesperson, Groner said, friendly but guarded. He rarely saw Jen. I could tell they kind of wanted their privacy, said Groner. I've always said hi to the kids, but it seemed to me the kids were told not to talk to the neighbors or strangers. Rarely did conversations extend beyond a few words at the mailbox. Sarah did share one ambition with him. They wanted to buy some land, he said. I remember 5 acres coming up. Groner rarely saw her and the children outside except during chores. Even on nice days, he never heard playing or shouting. I thought that was strange. One day, Groner walked onto his porch and saw a Hart boy crawling inside his old Buick. He watched as the boy who he later thought was Devontae scampered next door. Later, Groner went to talk to his parents. Sarah was upset that happened, not blazing mad, he said. She had said he had a mom who used drugs and had some emotional deficiencies because of that. On July 19, 2013, the Westland police visited the Hart's home. Oregon Department of Human Services officials said interim police chief Neil Hennelly signed a police report. Details are not publicly available because Oregon law restricts information about child welfare visits. So yeah, it is a lot to read. So I just at least wanted to give y'all some insight on what was going on with the Hart family and the children.
So we have a posed question from Desiree Lee that says, first of all, she said, wow, this is sad. And then she says, but why suicide though?
As far as the story, obviously, those 2 white women had some issues. And plus, they knew with the consequences that was coming ahead. I mean, think about it. I mean, once Children and Family Services got involved and the police got involved, everything would have trickled down in their life. And they would have been left for nothing. They would have went to the prison, and that would have been into that. So,
and would they really have been served?
Right,
a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I'm not. This is not a racist thing.
It is a racist thing. Let's just be honest about it.
I'm talking about as far as like
justice.
yeah, kind of like
looking at it from both sides. Like, what if that was some white kids that got killed by two black parents and drove them off a cliff? Would it have been the same outcome? Basically, what
no.
you're trying to say.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Would and so yes, with that, it is racially profiled because what if it would have been a black couple, be
Two
it
black lesbians at
two
that.
lesbian women, or a man and a woman that's raising white children?
Would that be?
Right now, in my opinion, a lesbian couple or heterosexual, they would have been put underground.
Man,
Underground.
on the ground. But they were just mentally sick. That's the best answer I can give you. I would suggest you read this article, Desiree Lee, because it give you detail by detail of why. I mean, not so much why the women did this to the children and themselves, but at least kind of give some idea maybe why they drove to that point to even do it. So I suggest you read this article by SeattleTimes.com, which we are going to post on our Chit Chat 2 Soul Instagram and our Facebook. So keep an eye out for that. And that way, when you see it, you have access to it. So it's just a sad damn story, man. The way they did those black kids, man. And I don't know why ain't no white women had them kids in the first damn place. It just seemed fucking out of place. And for the simple fact, I mean, they was getting money off those kids. So
Being adopted, were they adopted?
Yeah,
were they
they were-
officially
they-
adopted by them?
yeah, they were officially adopted by them. But you know, their original parents, I know a couple of the kids had family issues. Like, you know, he had the one story about, you know, Devontae, his parents, you know, one of the parents on drugs. So he, you know, had a lot of problems in his life. And you know, the services granted the Harts, you know, custody of those kids, like adoption. So I mean, it's complicated, man, you know, but as far as I'm concerned, it just looked weird anyway. Those white women adopting black kids. I mean, what can you possibly teach them? I'm just being honest. What can you possibly teach them? I mean, and the fact that they walked around, I mean, the especially, I mean, just the females, like they walked around with matted hair. Know nothing about black women's hair. No black females hair. You know nothing about it. And you're adopting kids that you're not even ready to even take care of. Especially having black kids. That's a whole nother ball game when you living in America. And then you in a damn town where there's all white people and you coming in there with black kids. I mean, what you thought was gonna happen? Of course the attention's gonna be on you. So I mean, I just don't have no respect for them. I'm sorry. I just feel like they used the kids. And they just got the short end of the stick after all that. Because of them white women's mental fucking issues that I give no shits about.
Okay.
Yep. Is the fact that these kids lost their lives. And for what?
It's very sad.
And let me say this, and I mean, I know people people go through stuff in their life. I know things happen, but God, I mean, some of these black parents got to do better, seriously, because stuff like this won't happen. You can avoid a lot of this stuff, and black parents do their job, step up and be damn parents, and stop making excuses and making wiser choices.
And so some may ask, so are you saying that when it's a black family that may abuse their own black children, is that a free pass?
It's not a free pass. I said about the white parents. If that was in reverse, it'd be the same thing. I'm not taking sides of one over the other. It's just about parenting, period. So I just feel like if people are not prepared for that, don't have kids. How? I mean, I don't get it. How hard is that? I don't understand. Them kids don't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be here. You brought them here, spreading your legs, being hot in the ass, and then now you get you know now your life is hard, and then you blame the kids for your failures. That sounds like your fault. That don't sound like the kids' fault. They're just here, looking for your guidance, looking for you to nurture them. And here you are, not making wise choices, and you put them in compromised positions. So I say for people that don't want kids, I'm just saying you gotta be wise. You gotta think things through, especially if you're not financially or mentally or physically prepared for something like this. Just don't have damn kids.
Because you can be financially prepared, but if you're not mentally and emotionally prepared, that's a huge.
That's why I said
That's
don't
a
have kids if you're not
huge-
mentally prepared. Did I just not say
Right.
that? I mean, I'm not attacking
No,
you.
no, no. I know you're not attacking me, but even for people who adopt, I mean, my whole thing is you can have all the money in the world, but if you're not mentally, emotionally prepared to take care of that child or
Because it takes a lot.
children, because it does take
Yes,
a
it
lot.
does.
And I've seen, even at my job, because I'm using this based on experience, I've seen at my job where this white lady, okay, she has about 4 or 5 adopted black children. I mean, she has her own, but then she decided to adopt children. And again,
And what made her the hell adopt black children?
I mean, I really don't know. I didn't get all into that. It's just that it is very sad to
It's
see.
weird.
It's very sad to see them come in and the hair is not done.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I'm speaking on experience now before anybody come on the wrong and I gotta curse you out. I'm speaking on experience where I've seen she has brought these children in. Their hair is nappy, and that's for the boys and the girls. Their clothes are very used, which is nothing wrong with used because you can find some nice used clothes, but they look
It wasn't
a mess.
maintained.
They were not maintained.
That's what.
And
it
as
is.
being a woman of color, a mixed woman of color, it's
But
just
the first thing
just
is the
sad.
hair.
It's just
It's
really
the hair.
sad to see because their hair, and the little boys, their hair is just nappy and undone.
Look like they got raccoons and stuff
And
up there.
I don't understand.
I don't get it.
That
That's what I
that
was
makes me
telling
feel
you.
some kind of way.
That's what I was telling you.
And
A lot of them
I
don't
will-
know about
and-
black people's hair. They
and-
don't.
And I will also say I've seen from experience where there have been black women who don't have their children's hair done either.
Oh.
So messed up either way. That should be a conversation that we should have
A
in the
separate
future
conversation.
about what people's feelings and thoughts are
And just in case.
with white people adopting black kids and
That woman being irresponsible for their
children.
Right? I want to. We don't want to we single out one particular. We're gonna nip all that buzz. We're gonna talk about all. Okay, it's gonna be a universal thing. So I'm gonna need for people to get out their feelings. Stop making it seem like we're tearing down our race because that's not the case. But we calling bullshit for what it is. That's it.
There's nothing wrong with having adult conversations because it's out here and it's happening. Clearly, it's on social media, it's in the newspapers, and it's all over, and people don't want to have that conversation. I mean, however you feel is however you feel. It's not for me to tear you down, however I feel or however Uno feel. I mean, it is what it is. I just, it's a lot of children in this world that need love. And we need responsible people to love them, give them the emotional and the mental and the love and the care and the concern, like, because everybody's not meant to be a parent.
Mm. And that goes back to the point I just said. So if you're not ready for kids, whether that's financially, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever it may be, just do not have kids. It's just that simple. I don't know how simpler
I
you
don't
can
know.
get.
People don't have that
You have to
mentality.
make you
People
gotta
don't
think it
believe in
through.
birth control. That'll be a throw condoms, right?
Well, for the
So,
minutes of condoms and
right.
for control.
Where does
That's a whole nother issue itself. So we probably throw that in too because it all intertwines. Okay, it's all destruction as far as I'm concerned. Someone's gonna get hurt. So you know, it's just sad, man. With that whole story. I mean,
it is sad.
it's a long ass article. I mean, I would have kept going, but we kind of short for time, and we don't want to go too much over. But I want you guys to go read that article and just really get a more in depth understanding of what's going on with the Hart family situation.
So you can finish us off with this other article. That's fine.
What, the whole thing?
You can read some of from the next article in regards to the
The Hart family.
the the Thottapilly
Yeah, Thottapilly.
Thottapilly family.
Yeah, and I will also say too. I'm gonna post some from Fox News and KSDK and Katu about the Hart family tragedy. So there's more information too, not just the one article I read. So I'm gonna post it up sometime during the week, but I suggest you guys check it out. Even go to YouTube and watch, documentaries or some information through the news outlets about the story too. So, which one you got pulled up? Make sure we're not reading the same
Well,
thing.
I'm gonna let you finish it off.
Okay,
with that,
all right.
which is fine. I'll just be posting some of mine because I have them from Fox News and wherever else I have them. So you can just.
I'll finish it on off then. Now we're going to get into Thottapilly. This also happened in California, okay? So this is a Indian American family that disappeared, okay? This is coming from AmericanBazaarOnline.com. Investigators still looking for clues on a missing Indian American family from California. And that's the headline. While the authorities continue their search for a family of 4 Indian Americans who have gone missing, the friends and relatives of the family are pleading for the assistance of the community to locate them. Sandeep Thottapilly, 42, his wife Soumya, 38, and their 2 children, Sarant, 12, and Sachi, 9, have been missing since April 5th. They left for a road trip from Portland, Oregon to San Jose, California last month, but hasn't been seen or heard from in several days. The family was supposed to visit their relative in San Jose on April 6th before returning to their home in Valencia. Investigators are trying to locate the family by tracking their mobile phones. They have started the procedures to obtain search warrants for cell phone carriers. They are also checking to see whether the car the family was driving was equipped with a locating system. A flyer posted online by friends of the family says the Thottapillys were in a maroon Honda Pilot with a California plate. And there's actually a video of the wife and one of the children. Before this incident happened, they was in a parking lot about to go somewhere in that SUV. So I'm throwing that out there too. It's actually on YouTube. You can go check it out, get more scoop on the story as it develops. The San Jose authorities who are investigating the case are checking if the car was swept away into the Eel River as a result of a massive storm in Northern California. An SUV matching the description of the family's car was reportedly swept away into the river in Mendocino County on April 6, but the car has not been recovered due to tough weather conditions. The Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Station is also on the lookout for the family. Meanwhile, India's External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj informed the family members that she was in instant touch with the consulate in San Francisco. They are coordinating with the police. Rest assured, we will spare no effort, Suraj tweeted. Babu Subramaniam Thottapilly, the father of Sandeep Thottapilly, had tweeted seeking the help of Swaraj to locate his son and family. He has also requested Union Bank authorities to extend their help to ensure that law authorities are able to track Sandeep and his family. Sandeep Thottapilly, who is from Surat in the Gujarat state of India, is a vice president at Union Bank, and the family lives in Los Angeles. So, yes, another family tragedy. This also happened in Northern California, and ain't no telling what happened to them because this don't sound right. Both situations sound strange, and it's crazy because they happen not that too far apart.
From me, right?
In within weeks' time.
Excuse me.
So yeah, you just have to kind of wonder, man. You know, they could have been kidnapped and used for whatever agenda evil people out there trying to do, you know. And then you got the 3 children that are still missing. I'm talking about the Hart family. The rest of them died in the cliff, plunged down below, and the car is ruined. 3 children disappeared, still ain't found them. The Thottapilly family, whole family disappeared, no one found them. So yeah, it's probably some dark stuff going on. You know, it's just sad. Man.
It could be, like you said, it could be a multiple of things.
It can be. Ain't no telling. It's just strange though. I find it strange. I could go in depth, but yeah, we short for time right now. So. I mean, what do you think about all this?
I think it's definitely. It's definitely suspect. I mean, so close to each other. What's that all about? I mean, yes, there's so much more to talk about. That's why we encourage you guys to definitely, when we post these up, read them. It's really interesting. Like it makes you think. You know, we don't knock nothing else, but
looking beyond the surface.
Right, exactly. These are real live things that's going on. And I know a lot of people just don't like to, what's the word I'm trying to say?
Indulge in all this kind of stuff.
Indulge in this kind of stuff. But this is real life. You can have your fantasy.
Loving hip hop, and
you can have it. There's no shade, no hate, no nothing like that. But
Nicki and Cardi beefing and all this stuff is distraction to take away from the reality of what's going on in society now.
Exactly, and I know a lot of times people just don't want to face that reality.
Right.
But at some point in time,
you're gonna deal with it. That's what I said. You're gonna deal with it.
You're gonna have to deal with it.
Well, the martial law bring it to you, or the elite bring it to you, or whoever brings it to you, you're gonna have to deal with it at some point.
True. Very much true, people. So,
yeah,
we thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. We thank you for those that took the time to come on. Definitely, again, we encourage you to share this video once we post it up. Share it to your friends. Share it on your wall. Tag people in this as well. Definitely watch the 2 videos for replay, because again, those who just joined us, the first video got cut off, so we
technical difficulty.
So we just
that bull.
So we had to start another video and just follow up from there on our Facebook. This is
part 2, guys.
So this is part 2. Right. So we want you to, for future reference, definitely like us on our Facebook page, Chit Chat Chew Show, LLC. Definitely like us on that one. You can also like us on our Facebook group, which is Chit Chat Chew Radio Show, which soon will be changed. We're going to change that to the podcast, to the Chit Chat Chew Show podcast. We're going to be having we're going to be having more people on our podcast, and hopefully you and I can just switch us over to the podcast show as well. And also we have a page for our LGBT community and allies,
That's the truth right there. That post I just saw.
which is,
Because I don't.
let me just get there real quick.
And
Okay.
knows nothing dirty, so get out y'all's little nasty minds.
Right.
We're talking about some real life stuff.
Right. So for our LGBT community, we have a page as well called the Lotus Monk,
Mm-hmm.
which you can actually you can actually put in Lotus Monk Biz.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, that's Lotus Monk Biz for our LGBTQ community and our allies.
Mm-hmm.
We have a website. You can go to www.chitchatchewshow.com. Again, that's www.chitchatchewshow.com, where you can see all of our former guests. We have soaps that's on there. We have a donate button. We always appreciate donations. Anything that we receive, it goes to our business, not in our personal pockets. We are still a growing company. And so, as you know, it takes money to do what we need to do.
Like any other person that has their own business.
Exactly. So
we know different.
Mm-hmm. So we have that donate button. We also have a guest button as well, where you can sign up as a guest. We have sponsorship packages.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you just go on there and just follow the instructions, it'll tell you everything. So again, that's www.chitchatchewshow.com. So Uno can talk about Instagram. Oh, and we have a Be Authentic. My apologies.
Nagging on there.
We have a Facebook. Oops.
Facebook.
We have a Facebook.
No, we don't.
We don't have a Facebook.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, because I'm going to say, because I know I'm tired.
I'm trying to throw you off.
It's all good. It's all good.
You see, I mess with her. Y'all see that, y'all?
When we get off, she know what time it is. So we have a Be Authentic page, a Facebook page. I don't see that. Where's that at? Why does it never want to show up?
Let's see. Let's try this. Put in. Oh. Yeah, I think that's how I had to do it at one time.
We have a Be Authentic Facebook page, which is the letter B and then authentic.
No.
It's Be Authentic.
Yes.
Okay.
Be Authentic products.
Products. Be Authentic products.
Mm-hmm.
The B and then authentic, AUTHENTIC
Mm-hmm.
products. Okay. So definitely check us out. That's a work in progress, but it's all good because when it's time for it to shine, it will shine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I'm going to turn it over to Uno for the Instagram.
So with Instagram at Chit Chat Chew Show, follow us there. We have a Twitter at chit_chat_chew. I'm gonna go ahead and say this because I'm already on Twitter. We also have the Lotus Monk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's at Lotus Monk Projects. It's really not that many Lotus Monks.
At Lotus Projects.
At Lotus Projects, excuse me, at Lotus Projects. You can find us on Twitter. Make sure you follow Lotus Projects. We have a YouTube. Our channel is Chit Chat Chew Show. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like and comment, please. We thank you so much for all feedback, good or bad, positive, negative. We appreciate it all. Did it already.
You did the Chit Chat Chew for Twitter?
Yeah. I said at chit_chat_chew.
Cool beans.
I'm going to say Twitter again at chit_chat_chew. Follow us there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying with the YouTube, subscribe, like, share, comment. Hit the bell for notifications to keep updated on the shows that we put on our channel. So you can be up to date on all of our shows. And we have a Vimeo, which is at Chit Chat Chew Show. Make sure you follow us on there. Lastly, we have a SoundCloud at Chit Chat Chew Show. Everything's uploaded. It should be. I know I didn't see a lot of our stuff on there. I don't know what the hell is going on with SoundCloud, but I'm going to have to recheck it again So hopefully everything is on there. I don't know what their connection is going on their end, but everything should be up there. And same thing with YouTube, from the past to the present. Make sure you support our stuff. And did you mention a website?
I did the website.
Okay.
I did the website already. So if you're interested in
the Instagram for Be Authentic. I didn't say
what's
that.
that one? Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say that and get that out the way. So it's Be Authentic _ products. B, just the B, not no E in there. Be Authentic _ products. Follow us on Instagram.
Cool. Is that no?
Ooh, what?
That was not cute.
Ooh.
I don't know what it is about people when they want to just
they show out on damn social media, boy.
They just want to just show their whole body, and love your body. Do that. You like it, I love it. But they do so much. But anywho, finally, if you're interested in being a guest on our show, whether it's just yourself, you're in your own personal business, if you whatever it is, big or small, if you're interested in being on our show, please email us at chitchatchew_show@yahoo.com. Again, that's chitchatchew_show@yahoo.com. If we're all in agreement and you're interested in being on our show, we would like, especially for the businesses, 1 to 2 pics and your bio, what your titles are, and in a reasonable amount of time. I'm going to start putting deadlines or dates when it has to be turned in, because it is very important, because the last minute you will not get on the show.
We let y'all know now.
Okay,
I know stuff happens.
Things happen. I get that.
But you got to communicate.
Yes, it's all about communication, which is a pet peeve of mine.
Don't ignore us. Please don't do that.
Yes. And if we're all not communicating, then it's not going to go effectively. And
right.
So if you don't communicate with us, then you hit us up that like an hour before the show's supposed to start.
Holla.
I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to reach out to you again, especially if it's somebody I'm reaching out to. I'm just going to be honest, because that's not how I conduct business. And again, I do understand things do happen. So I get that. But when it becomes a routine, I can't accept it.
We're not trying to hear your excuses.
Right. So as far as the artist or poet, spoken word, I'll let that. And then I really am done. So let me just say in advance, please just enjoy, because I'm having a very bad headache right now. Please enjoy the rest of your week. Whatever you do, remember self-care. Loving yourself, loving your temple from head to toe. Be good to yourself. That's all I have to say.
All right, so let me wrap this up, because I'm tired myself. I need to lay down. I had a kind of a bad day. Okay, so for artists, whether you're a singer, rapper, if you have music, send it to chitchatchew_show@yahoo.com. We are looking for a certain criteria of music. Please not send us anything. We don't want to hear just anything. We need some depth to your music. We want to hear depth. We want to hear something that's going to feel good to us. Some real music. So that criteria, we look for feel good music. It can be real. It can be thought provoking. It can be conscious. It can be lyrical. It can be, truthful. Whatever it may be. If it's dope, whatever. If it fits any of those, or you have it all at once, it don't matter. Please send it to us. We just like good music, man. I mean, there's plenty of platforms for that mainstream popcorn music. We got plenty of mainstream, but we want this platform to be for people, for other alternative of musics. Other alternatives of music. We want to make this platform. We designed it for that. So we want to see other talents. We want to see what else you can bring. So if you got that, send it to us. Most likely, if I like it, Jay's gonna like it. So spoken word artists, it's not really much an issue with us, with me and Jade, honestly, because a lot of stuff we like anyway. Because most times spoken word does have a lot of good stuff. So we don't really complain about it. But if you have music, spoken word artists, please send your track over. We would love to hear it and play it on our show. And that's it. So, good night, everyone. Sleep tight. Be careful. Blessings. Be careful. Peace out.
Peace and blessings, everybody.